Boom. Hi there, boys and girls, children of all ages. We're just jumping back up on the air to see what kind of late night pack rats we can uncover and kick out of bed. We're here just to say hello and see what's going on tonight. We're at 22 seconds and nobody's here. Oh my gosh, this Bayesian is still here, regardless if you're here or not. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Howdy. What's happening? I see you out there. Just trying to find out if there's anybody up besides me. Glad you could join me. Yeah, just come in to raise some cane about what's going on out there in the world, you know. Had a hummingbird at my window. Seen some longhorn today, and also mountain. Hi, Tinkerbell. How are you doing? Welcome in. I just late night and it just figured to see if anybody was up and running around. Good to see you out and about on the internet highway. Greetings. You're the first one there. Okay, cool. I'm just waiting to see who all will show up. I usually get a few people jumping in to say howdy and see if we can figure out, what's going on in the world and make sure everybody's got a voice out there that they can say they're happy about or sad about or mad about. I just like letting people have a voice. I know I'm not the only voice. Somebody came in and split immediately. Toodly doos. Thank you for listening, Tinkerbell. Like I say, it's just a late night pizza. I needed some hours on my watch time, so I figured I'd come on for a little bit, see what was up. Nobody, what's going on with Miss Tinkerbell? Are you having a happy? Let me get my buddies up here. They don't even do them live. There you go. River Rat Agent 3030, how you doing? How you doing? Good to see you running around out there in the internet world. We just didn't have much to do, so we figured we'd jump up here tonight and see who would show up. He got a whole bunch of jabber about it. Life's happy. Everything's green around the house. We got plenty of rain, and I got all kinds of critters walking through my land. And I had a hummingbird floating right in front of my window today. Just, I guess he's wanting some sugar or something. I don't put out that sugar for him. But he's just like looking in my window. Let's see. I'm gonna drop a link in case somebody wants to come up and jabber. Ooh, water. I think I'm gonna get out and go fishing tomorrow. I realized I had some shad in my freezer. Ah, good water. River Rat, you been out there fishing or what? Getting ready to go to bed. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed here in a little while too. I just ain't sleepy right now. I had me a little nap today. Somebody else dropped in here for a minute. I just figured I'd get a little watch hour if anybody wanted to hang out. I'm willing to hang out. Doom, doom, doom. So we got 3 people that showed up, and I appreciate every one of you. It's lonely out there in the world, man. Anybody got a good dad joke? My daughter informed me on Father's Day that to have a happy Father's Day, so I had a happy Father's Day. So I told her, but my Father's Day was going to continue into the week because I was going fishing somewhere this week, and I'm gonna go for a couple of days. So she's gonna have to come over here and feed my parakeet and my fish. Got tired of getting wet. Yeah, that gets old quick. It gets old quick. You know, I have any decent rain gear. I always got a tarp that I make me a little tent out of when it keep whether it's raining or sunshine. I got a place to get in the shade. If I can't get in the shade, I don't want to fish anymore. Did you catch anything, River Rat, at all? Thank you, Tinker. Just observing. That's all we do too. I just, figured there might be some people out there still awake or running around out there that would get this and come in. I usually have 8 or 10, 15 people come in. Um, but, I know it's a work week. They went pretty hard this weekend. But I'm going to try to slip off and go catch me a walleye tomorrow. Or a catfish one. There's number 4. Greetings. How you doing, man? Whoever you are. Out there in internet land. What was that? Three blues. Any big ones? Do you keep them and eat them, or do you just torture them and throw them back in? Hey Ben, how you doing, man? This is bored as hell, and and I'm kind of still angry about what they did to Trump. So I got to get in and talk shit every once in a while. Let's see. There's a figure way better to show up. There's the link you want to come up shoot shit. How's Mr. Kitty doing? He doing good? Little kitty, he got the cutest little cat. I didn't get a message from you. I didn't know you had a show. I've been on my computer. I'd never messaged me, Ben. You know, I'd have been down. And it's 2:00. I keep forgetting y'all are like 3 hours ahead, 2 hours ahead of us. Yeah, because it's almost it's just now it's 1:00 here now. But yeah, I didn't even know it was Snap. It was that late. Pulls up email records. Well, I didn't see get a notifications. What I'm saying, I'm sorry. Let me see. I don't see anything in the text. No, man. I'm gonna go look at a RV tomorrow, a little RV, and see if I can get me something to run amok around in, go fishing, so I don't have to pay for hotels and stuff. Maybe big enough to pull a boat with too. Yep, you sure did, didn't you? I'm sorry, I didn't snap to it. I am subscribed to you, Tinkerbell. If you look on there, I am subscribed to you. Oh, okay. Cool. But yeah, I didn't know it was this. Hell, I didn't even know it was that lake. I guess I'm just getting old, man. I don't know. But I think I will go fishing tomorrow. I'll hang out for another little bit of time and see if anybody wants to come up and holla, or shoot the breeze. Okay, I got you joking. Did you get your stuff all set up and tweaked out, or what? Did LW? Did he didn't get a cord for his mic? Did he? Yes, he's gone too. Like I say, this not going to be a long one. I'm just wanted to come up for a minute and see if anybody had anything to bitch about, laugh about, and see what was going on. Love you too, sweetie pea. Good to see old George up on the panel the other night. That was a trip. Yeah, that was a trip. I think Polar Bear just come in here. What's up, man? The chat. What up, Bubs? Good night, River Rat. You have a good night, brother. I'm just up here for a few minutes anyway. Thank you for coming up and hanging out with the fat man and just come by to say hi. That was cool. Polar Bear, how you doing, man? You doing any fishing, Bubs? There's 5 people up here anyway. Apple pie. Yeah, that thing is pretty cool. How do I sound, Polar Bear? Am I coming in pretty loud and clear? No cracking or anything, right? How'd y'all do? Y'all catch some eating fish, or y'all just catching bait? What are y'all catching? All right, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's getting late. Like I say, I just wanted to hop up a minute. I wanted to make sure I got a new cable for my mic, and I wanted to make sure it was working good. And I had a big argument with CenturyLink today, so sounds like I haven't buffered or anything, so maybe they talk about uh, power it up. Bluegill, do you keep bluegill to eat ever? That's one of my favorite eating fish is bluegill. Well, you got a guess. What up, buddy?
Well, since you decided to wake me up at 2 in the morning with a text message going, I'm
I wake
live.
you up.
No, you didn't wake me up. I'm drinking. What the hell do you think I'm doing? Let me
Caught her
switch
first
these.
fish, 3 years old. That's pretty cool.
Let me switch these headphones. These ones are fucking coming in. Oh wait, never mind.
You coming in loud and proud. I can fix that though.
No, I wasn't hearing you very well, but I was like, I can fix that on my end. I think I can up my.
No, you're good. I can fix it on my end. You're loud and treetop tall. I can audit you over here a little bit. Yeah. What's going on, Ben?
Not much. Just
Bear said hi, Ben.
Yeah, thank you, Polar. Appreciate it.
Did Fishing the Dream. What up, George? Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, I just did our little thing earlier.
Wow. Who showed up?
Fools
come in?
Yeah, TF Joey. Some of the regulars. One of my guys I met before, he does Halloween costumes. That's his big thing. He came in and was like, yo. I was like, all right, cool. Bunch of regulars and stuff like that. So that was kind of cool.
How many did you get up into the stream?
I invited it. We only had about 3. Not many people were joining. It was kind of not last second, but it was late. Later. So in the evening, it's a Monday night. Average people. Unlike us,
always text me. I'm trying to learn how to use my studio thing. I've got over 500 people now, so I can actually put out messages. So if you're gonna go on, I can put my community tab on your ass and let everybody know you're coming out.
Yeah, we don't go live. We do like try to do it once a month, maybe once or two live. Mostly ours. So I just figured I was gonna do it. I was gonna do it last night after Traveling Fools, but the other people were on Dick BC or who they were. I'd never seen them before that I'm aware of. But so I was like, I'll hold off.
I don't know. That's cool. You got to go fishing with Willie. I like old Willie. He's a good guy. No, I wasn't going to stay up very long. I just wanted to come in and see about it, dial this thing in a little bit.
Oh yeah, you got your board, huh?
Yeah, I was a little bit. I did. It was just I need to get up out of this seat anyway, and I cleaned the house today. You know how it is when you're. I don't. Well, maybe you don't. I'm single, so I didn't know how much my old lady did for me. It's hard taking care of a fat man. You got to stay up on it, or the house will get dirty quick, man.
I have an OCD thing, so I try to keep everything as neat as I can. Like, it's annoying me right now to see this chair in the side here because I have nowhere else to put it because I have all my pedal board equipment here, so I can't push it further off frame. And then I have my bag and equipment laying here for my trip for next weekend that we were going to do. So it's just on the ground back there, all laid out to do it.
Thank you, George. Oh, cool, man. Cool. Not me, dude. I'll go about 4 days, and I'll have to, everything. I don't know what it is with this house. It kind of this trailer leans a little bit or something, but everything falls. I mean, just for some reason, it's just like there's a poltergeist or something, or just coming in and knocking shit over. I'm always picking up stuff, and so that was pretty cool. But I got all that done today and did my wash and everything yesterday. Got freshy sheets, and today, man, I woke up early and it was such a pretty day, man. Just a nice day, but it was a little windy. I got my girls transplanted, so.
Well, or as you said on text, I had biscuits for breakfast, and then I just watched YouTube all day. As you said on text.
That's all I did. That's basically what I did, man.
That's why I was trolling those. I need to get on Mr. Duggar's level.
Just had little biscuits and gravy and watch some YouTube and I'm looking for boats and RVs and cars and stuff online, and so that always works out. I got to go look at an RV tomorrow, so that'd be cool. Supposed to run pretty good.
We've been interested in RVs, like a small one, just because travel. That way we can just park wherever we want. Take like a
instant bed, bro. Instant bed.
Park wherever you want.
To eat, place to make a pot of coffee. Fry an egg.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to be. And I'm not, fancy. It could be. I would take a fucking like 1980 Winnebago, whatever. I don't give a shit as long as it runs, and it's not going to die on us during the trip. That.
Yeah.
I mean, don't give a shit.
And if you rent one, hold it down for a second. I gotta go get rid of one of these waters.
I'm gonna switch these headsets really fast because these headsets. I think this cable has a damn issue these days. This is an old headset.
Much better.
Yeah, well, I can hear you better now too with these ones. I think that other one those are old. I can hear you better too with these headphones. Those ones are like old.
Okay, cool.
Cable issue with these.
Yeah, I planted a couple of my girls today. My nephew sent me this, like, it's almost like a little round swimming pool, but it's kind of like a canvas material planter. It's a planter. It'll hold like 10 big sacks of potting soil. And man, that thing's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. So that's what I did. I filled it up with soil, and then I plugged in about a 2.5 foot plant in it, and one little small one. So as long as the deer don't come by, it ought to be pretty good.
I don't
LW, how you doing there, Bubs?
I was gonna say LW text earlier said he was bored and he wanted to get on a stream with me, but I'd already closed it off, so I couldn't. So you need to post it again and see. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. So I was gonna say you need to post it again because he'll probably jump in. He said he's bored.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. Like I say, I don't believe I missed it. I can't believe I missed it.
I'll be like Trump and I will pull out the receipts.
No, I checked. I said, yeah, you damn sure did. That was pretty cool, though. That was pretty cool. Oh, I just so happen to have this right here in my pocket.
I carry this shit around with me like 24 hours a day, just in case.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Dude.
LW wasn't man enough to come on my show earlier with Joey and Tia. He was hiding.
Bye, Miss Tinkerbell. Thank you for coming by and listening, being part of it. Yeah, they dropped the charges on one they'd been working on, but now they got the double secret one, and then they're gonna drag this out till after he's elected, so they're already getting ready to impede his presidency again. But I think they're gonna be in a little bigger trouble this time. All the skullduggery people have pretty much shown who they are, and he's gonna say, and he came right out and said it. We're gonna primary them Republicans when they because they didn't censor old pencil neck shift, and I can't believe that they didn't.
I understand some
of the argument. Should be tarred and feathered.
Well, I understand some of the argument with why they didn't go with it. It was because of the fine part, like that heavy of a fine. The censure one of the problem is the fine, and one of them, Massey, I believe, and I think Massey does a relatively good job, but he has his own issues with Pelosi because she was trying to fine him or whatever. So I kind of see why you should have just said, yeah, hell yeah, just censure him, fine him the shit. I think if the fine had been less or whatever point, they should censure. I mean, this should have passed. That's the only problem, is that there are so many people that are so spineless that they won't stand up and go, that's enough. This is enough. We're done with the shit.
they're part of the DC swamp. They can't. The swamp's got something on them.
I mean, you see the amount that did, though. It said, yeah. And it's like, thank you to those ones that did, because those are the people that are like this. Yeah. He deserves it.
Well, I think that a day of reckoning is coming. It's coming quick. We don't end up in a annihilating nuclear war first. They pretty much told China, go ahead, invade Taiwan. We don't care.
Yeah.
If Japan jumps in it, then we got to help.
Well, I mean, regardless, Taiwan, we're going to help Taiwan.
No, we're not either. Not with Biden in there, we won't.
Well, I don't think he would, because he's a pussy. He's a pussy, and it's done in ways. But
I was hearing it wrong. There,
he's a pussy, and it doesn't help him anyway. But if Japan jumps in, then yes, because I think he'll be forced.
No, what it is, he owes China. Dude,
Well,
they're talking over 20, 30 million now. It's not just 10 mil. They're talking over 30 million. You know,
yeah, it won't benefit him. I mean, that's the point. It's like, so I
Yorkis and all them guys and Ray, they all should be impeached. You know, every one of them should lose their jobs.
Everything needs to just be wiped clean. I mean, in some levels.
And and well, they should already have Biden's proceedings going for the fiasco down at the border. You know,
I mean, Mayorkas is still there. Like, the guy has done.
Yeah, he's still there.
Yeah, he's done nothing.
How you doing? No, that's his job to do nothing. You know,
pretty much
to obstruct the people.
Collect
to let you know, dude. They were talking that you know, there's a lot of Chinese military age men coming in, you know, coming through our borders. You know, but you know, the coolest thing that a lot of people don't understand. Obama spent 8 years trying to shut down Gitmo, okay? And he passed that resolution to shut it down. And when Trump come in, he put that resolution in to not only keep it going, but he built a bunch of courtrooms and extra cells. He's fixing to fill that son of a bitch up. Him and the military fixing to have some Nuremberg type trials down there. I'm telling you, it's going to go down within the next year or two. You know, it moves slow. We want it to be now. We want justice now. Hi, Ms. Emily. How you doing?
That's the shitty part. We want justice now. And I think for, you know, the whole term of Trump, we thought, okay, shit's going to start happening. So it's going to start falling. It didn't. Yeah. Then you see how fast the other side returns the favor, so to say. Yeah. But no one then does anything. I'm like, so it's
none of them get charged. You know, not, you know, one thing about it, you know, with the sock fit, the tapes in the sock, that's going to give Trump an out on for espionage and shit like that. So, and it's
yes.
You know, they know they got a nothing burger there. They're resting all their hopes on that one other special counsel guy that's still out there. And Barr's playing double agent. I think Barr is a good guy after all. I think he's actually playing a double agent. You know, it's optics. You know, it's all optics.
Unfortunately, I think it's one of those things, and I hate to say it. Unfortunately, it's one of those things. No matter whatever happens, most people, like any of us, will never hear about it because it'll be just that deep cover sort of thing where nothing ever happens. Like Epstein didn't kill himself. Oh, that's still under investigation. Epstein didn't kill himself. And all the reports and books are all still, you know, we'll never know. It's just buried somewhere. Like, it's one of those things. It's like,
yeah, I was listening to Billy Killy Gates. He was giving that interview and he talked to Epstein. He goes, but he's dead, you know. So that's that, you know, and was laughing about it.
Yeah, it is. It's like once he's dead now, so it's like, okay, whatever. And then they just forget about it and they bury it. And it's like, well, there's a lot more to this whole thing, but no one will ever know now because who cares to a degree. So that's why everyone gets away with all this shit.
When we'll ever find out.
But yeah, as to like China and all that shit, that's kind of the one thing that, especially,
I'm just ready for it to be over. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that cretin to be out of my White House.
Oh, like China, or even going like
head to head for him to be
out of the military. I was like, I don't want to deal with that shit. I already dealt with, you know, Iraq, Afghanistan. I don't want to deal with that shit. Hell no. Or like Iran.
Well, you know, they're good at causing wars to send our kids to go fight in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, you know,
I did my time.
What?
I did my time. I did my little service. I did my tours. 3 of them.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm good. I'm good. I did it. So.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, shit, Ben.
See, LW,
I don't know, man.
LW is being a little bitch.
W is not.
He is. He's not.
I'm fixing to get out of here anyway.
No.
I wish. He's in my prayers, poor fella. That's hell going through that kind of shit.
Then we need to. We'll get his board also set up too, correctly.
Yeah, I sent the money. I sent the money to keep traveling pools for mine. But because they wouldn't let me order it for some reason to send it to my PO box, so he can have it sent to his house. Then he can send it to my house. My mailbox in. I can get it. That's stupid, dude. That's what I told that Amazon dude. I said, this is stupid. Well, you know.
Yeah,
it's not like I'm ordering gunpowder or guns or anything. I'm ordering a soundboard, for Christ's sake. I'm not ordering bomb material.
They would have allegedly, they would have still delivered a gunpowder to your PO box. But yeah, I mean, I'm still setting this one up. We're tweaking it. We did some work on it, and then this mic was the set, like the upgrade set that came with it.
Oh yeah.
So we're still doing some work, and I don't like it because the stupid thing is, here's the stand it's on now. It's on a rag right now. Like I have it on a cloth, like folded underneath it. Oh, yeah. This is the stand. Hold on.
What is that?
It's an iron stand. It's a damn iron stand, and it's on a cloth. And if I tap it, though, it's still. That's what that sound is. And that's with my fingernail. I'm like, yeah, that's gotta
crazy.
Go. That's gotta go.
That's crazy.
If I don't have the cloth under it, every time I put something on my desk, like. You hear that shit?
I did hear that shit. Emily, how you doing tonight?
So it's a bunch of work.
You know, Emily?
Fine tuning. We all got to do with our shit.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess traveling. He went to bed early. He's been up late for the last couple of nights. He gets up and goes to work early.
Yeah. We got off about. When did that text from open?
Man, I woke up early this morning. I got up at 10:30.
Oh damn! Oh man, I had already finished editing two videos by then. Got taking care of my car issue. Retested my new drone. Like,
so what was your car? Was it your alternator?
No, it was a high amp relay.
Oh.
It was just a high amp. It was just a high amp relay that fried.
And it cost you $500.
Well, that's with the tow. That was with the tow.
Okay.
No, it was like $470 with the tow, the troubleshooting, and the part, and then installation. I was like, well, it could have been worse because I was expecting about $700 plus. So I was like, okay, with the tow, that's not too bad.
If that's all went wrong with it, you good to go.
I mean,
you got low miles on it.
It's a relay. It happens, relays burn out all the time. Yeah. I just put a new battery in it, so like they said, it probably just surged the system and just fried something that was already weak. So, it
hot ass battery.
Yeah. When did Tia? Hold on. Wait, do we have another? Why do I have like multiple streams for you or text? TF went to bed. Well, he jumped off the stream about 2 hours ago. So yeah, he's probably fucking passed out.
Well, what did y'all talk about in that?
Mostly travel destinations. I didn't have an agenda. I just titled it Travel Destinations or Best Travel Locations. Then we were talking about dream locations, hopeful locations, upcoming stuff, and hoping people would jump on. Not many people did, except for TF and Joey. So it was just kind of, it was really just meant to be bullshitting around. But
Yeah.
that was all the whole purpose of it. That was it. So we just talked about random locations. TF started searching flight prices, and then he got distracted doing that. He was like, "Well, now I'm just searching flight prices."
Yeah. Well, bro, I've been on for about 40 minutes. I like I say, I just wanted to jump up here for a minute, see what was going on. I didn't really even snap. It was this late. It's 1:30 already.
Well, that's it too. I was always like, is Mr. Ducker actually mountain time? I was like, it was like a 50-50. I'm like, is that mountain time or not mountain time? Or part of New Mexico mountain time or part of? I was like, I can't remember. I was like, whatever.
Yeah. You're an hour ahead of me.
Yeah, I mean Central not that bad. Central's not that bad, but yeah, it's like mountain time, of course.
Yeah, TF is like 3 hours.
He's Eastern.
TF,
so 2
TF,
hours.
hell, it's
2 hours.
It's 3.
Yeah.
3. Georgia, he's 3 hours ahead of us, not 2, 3.
No.
I believe.
He's an hour ahead of me, and then he's 2 hours ahead of you.
Oh, okay.
Mountain time, is
3 hours.
Weird time zone everyone forgets about. They forget mountain time exists.
Yeah.
Even though, which is weird because Pacific time is not a huge stretch, at least in the north. It's kind of like a weird coastal barrier time zone that I grew up in.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna just shut this shit down, man. I ain't got nothing. I'm sitting there getting sleepy by the second.
I don't like your language right now.
Why is that?
I don't give a fuck.
You tired? You're not tired. You look like you've been.
Not really.
The pipe. I'll smoke something.
I was up at 8 a.m. yesterday doing shit. So
Holy shit!
I'm amazed I'm not like that.
Do you work at all? Or are you a kept man?
No, I don't. Not right now. I mean, doing all this shit and editing and planning trips and stuff. So I'm kind of stuck waiting to do something else. Again, I just moved too, like a month ago. So I was like,
well, right on. Yeah, you just moved. Where'd you move from?
Remember, I was in North Dakota.
Oh, and now you moved back down to Texas.
Yeah. So obviously that's a huge change. And then we have a bunch of stuff scheduled and planned out for the summer. So it's like, well, that's kind of preoccupied time. I can't be like, oh, okay, I'll take this job, but I'm not going to be available for
when you work. What do you do?
Well, I spent 11 and a half years in the oil field doing maintenance.
Really? Doing maintenance. Really? That's my nephew works in the oil field. He's a district manager for an oil company down and right there on the border. He grew up into that company real fast because he's real smart and he can run. He used to run giant cranes, big giant cranes. You know what I mean? And I mean it was. I wouldn't want to put other people's lives in danger. But I'll tell you what, he could run the shit out of them though. and somehow he got somebody, one of his buddies, got him to go apply for a job in the oil field. He's been in the oil field every since. He's been management the whole time he's been there.
Well, I I would have stayed with my company, but when they literally, in a short story, when I got hired, I moved 2 hours away to start working. Year and a half later, they moved me 6 hours away, and I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Went there. Then I took a job and rotated to Africa remotely, like rotational, via the manager over there in Angola, Africa. Did that for like 15 months. Then I transferred to Houston. Uh, I was I was really second longest term maintenance technician in all of the Americas under
Wow. Yeah.
the manager at Houston, under the manager. And then after several years, I moved to North Dakota because I was like, well, I'm not doing anything here. I want to change after 4 or 5 years. Then he resigned. Did they offer me the spot? No. They basically gave it to the guy that had been there for 8 months. They're like, you're going to be the new manager trained. So I said, fuck you guys, and left. I mean, you don't offer the most senior maintenance tech in the Americas to be the manager in Houston for the hub. Go fuck yourselves. And I told them this multiple times, and they still didn't. So when I did my resignation, I made sure I CC'd the CEO from Denmark, and they were like, "Oh, you're not getting a call back." I'm like, "I didn't want a call back. Fuck you." I was like, "That's why I resigned."
All right.
Going back, I mean, fuck. You didn't respect me enough then after 11 and a half years, so why the fuck would I care?
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus, those guys were always calling me, asking me questions like, "Hey, we need this. What do you do with this? How do you do this?" I'm like, well, apparently you're the wrong people to be there. But again, fuck you. I hope
Go in for a high. Just go back. If you go back only as a high price advisory guy, part
I'd like
time.
I'd like to go back as HR. That would be amazing because then I'd be over all of them and be like, hmm. But I don't give a shit. I was like, I'm never trying to go back. That's the whole point. I don't give a fuck. You guys fuck me, and I don't care. So fuck you too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Plus, when I found out the other guy that resigned, he was 4.5 years long. He'd been there 4.5 years longer than me. So he was the manager at that point. He was making 35,000 more a year than me
Wow.
on salary. I was hourly, and he was making that much more, and I had overtime and travel. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And then they never would give raises. I'm like, so I knew the new guys were probably making about the same as I was.
Yeah.
Like,
When they decided to take give Dave his last promotion, the guy said, "Yeah, and it comes with a substantial raise." And Dave he wanted to ask how much, and the guy sat there, looked at him for a minute, and he took out a little tablet and wrote down the number, slid it over to him. And he said, "Will this work?" And it like doubled his fucking pay. So he's making like 160 grand a year now. And he go, yeah, that'll work. He was making that. He was making about 80, and they just doubled his pay. Plus, he gets a free truck, unlimited gas, um, per diem, all that shit. If he has to go out of town, but his salary, but he gets per diem if he goes out of town and stuff. So
yeah. I mean, I got per diem.
or he's got a credit. It's not per diem. He's got a card he can just eat on, do whatever. We're in motel. They pay
I mean,
for everything.
I had the travel stuff. I had per diem. I could charge for per diem and stuff like that. We didn't get bonus, we got overtime. But I mean, I was like, dude, I've been here 11 and a half years. You're hiring new people literally to almost make the same as I do. brand new, with no knowledge, and then the other guy on salary, who was getting like probably vehicle allowances and shit like that, bonus. He was making 35,000 more. I'm like, dude, if he was making like 15, 20, I might see it. But I'm like, 35? Are you fucking kidding me? You know, so that was one of the final straws for me too. When I heard that, I was like, and then they didn't offer me the position, not to get that paid, but just they didn't offer. I'm like, because the day I resigned, it's funny. I still talk to our logistics manager in the office here. The day I resigned, I sent the email. I was like, I sat on it for like 2 days, and I was like, send, fuck it, I'm done. She called me like the logistics manager. She called me like 5 hours later, and she's like, we just had an emergency meeting in the office here in Houston. So across the country, basically. He was like, we had an emergency meeting going, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Because I basically blasted everyone. And they were like, we offered him the position. He turned it down. And she was like, that's bullshit, isn't it? I'm like, yeah, they never fucking offered me the position. She's like, I fucking knew it. I'm like, yeah, they never fucking offered me the goddamn position. Fuck them. They had an emergency meeting when I left.
Well, that's why I always like working for myself. Like the car business, I was in the car business. It was basically, I worked for myself. I was so good that I could pretty much make my own hours. I mean, I had hours I had to work a lot of the time, but I got a lot of leeway, because I produced, and it was it was fun, and hell, I made good money on the side too, and I don't know, man. I've everything I've ever done, I've excelled at. I was like in fishing, I was one of the best fishermen ever. Still am. Shrimper. I was a shrimper. I worked on oil rigs. I was a bouncer in a bar. Then from a bouncer in a bar, I became a bodyguard. So it was pretty good. That was jobs working for famous people.
Oh, that's what I've always tried to do. Is when I go into something, I want to be the best one there is.
Yeah.
And so to survive all the downturns which come with the oil field, you get the ups and downs, and the pandemic bullshit, and be the most senior in all of the Americas, if not one of the top 5 in the entire world for our company, to literally just get fucking ignored.
Hosed. Yeah, get hosed. Hey, thanks for everybody hanging out. Anybody wants to come up, just say, hey, drop a link. I'll drop a link for you.
Someone on here.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that too. I've had a couple times I was in a position that I thought I should have got the position, but because of nepotism, I didn't get it. A management job at a car dealership, and I said, you know what? I know, just pure nepotism, and what are you going to do? I mean, when they're kin, and it's their business. They can hire and fire whoever they want.
Well, yeah, because it's not like it's gonna open up anytime. Like in our company too, the company I was with, it's a small worldwide company. I mean, those positions open very often.
Yeah, I'm starting to.
You're lagging a little bit.
I'm starting to buffer. I'm starting to buffer up a little bit, and I don't know what hillbilly internet I got.
Well, I'm not a mod on here, but I was gonna say,
sound like you're in a tube half the time.
Maybe that's the sign your internet's like. Maybe that is the sign your internet's
you're not
like.
A mod?
Yeah. No, I was gonna say I was gonna redrop your StreamYard link for you, but I was
make sure you drop. You put a message on. Put a message there, and I'll go in there. Next time I'll make you a mod. I don't think I have too many mods.
I don't either.
I've had up three. I've had up to 7 people tonight. We still got 3 in here, and I appreciate anybody still out there listening to us jabber. Why he would, I wouldn't know, but we we never did nothing. But yeah, I've had a pretty interesting life, man. When it comes to work, I always did. If I didn't like, I wouldn't do it. I've been a cowboy. I've been a roofer. I did all kinds of shit. I was a straight up cowboy, brother. I'm telling you. Worked on a ranch, working ranch. Rode horses, branded cattle, cut nuts, fed them, doctored them. Got beat up by them. I hate cows. Cows are stupid. Horses are worse. Now, I love horses, but I have a knack for getting hurt, so I can't put myself in harm's way of other critters in this world and then depend on them not to hurt me. You know what I mean? And I've been thrown 30 feet by a bull before, so literally he picked me up and throwed me like a Raggedy Ann doll, dude. I ain't shitting you. And then when I hit the side of the pen, my whole arm went through a board, and I was stuck. Here come that somebody that buddy of mine reached down and snatched me up. He'd have finished me off, but he just blam when he hit that thing, dude. And my buddy, he was strong. His name was Casey, man. We worked on oil rigs together too, and but he was what they call the derrick hand. And homie had a knot on his arm, dude. I'm telling you, that was one of the strongest men I've ever met in my life. And he picked me up, threw me over the fence. And I must have weighed 180 pounds, dude, but he threw me over that fence like I didn't weigh shit. And he said, "You okay, bub?" Because I've called people bubs my whole life. And, I'd be calling him bubs, so he ended up, everybody calls me bubs. So I go, "Yeah." I said, "I guess I am. I don't know. I ain't checked all my parts yet." And I got looking. Yeah, he pretty much jacked my collarbone and stuff. And I said, "Well, you know what that means, don't you?" He goes, "What's that?" I said, "I'm not a cowboy anymore. I quit that. Down the last time I ever went back to the ranch, except to go deer hunt. I told him, I said, "Nah, I ain't gonna do. I'm going back shrimping. It's a lot safer."
Yeah, probably. I tend to just
my internet does suck.
I just tend to fall off shit, get hit by cars, and hurt myself. That's about it. Yeah. And I don't even try to put myself in danger. It just happens.
Well, hey man, I got 2 minutes and I'll be live for a whole hour. And that's where I'm gonna go ahead and end it here in a couple minutes.
There you go. There you go. Because
my internet's going to purgatory or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but there you go. Because it's almost 3 a.m. I need a drink refill. And it's real cigarette. These vapes suck.
Yeah, everybody's leaving because that shit sounds like shit. But that's all right. I'm getting. I don't know why I spent money on that fucking soundboard. It ain't gonna help my internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. There's ways. There's ways to fix that. We can look at those things.
I don't know. I'll call CenturyLink up and give them another piece of my mind. I say, hey, I don't know if I ought to go try Verizon with a hotspot on the Wi-Fi. That would help it. I don't know. I just don't know. I live up in the mountains. It's a problem. You got to ricochet shit off other mountains to get it out in the open.
Again, I live somewhere where literally a rainstorm knocks out everything. So.
Oh, dude, rainstorm, snow, hail. I'm up on a mountain, so it usually hails instead of rains.
Well, here it just showers lightly and everything fails. Power, internet. I'm like,
yeah. Well, Ben, I'll talk to you next day or so, man. Or we'll keep in touch.
All Ducker, you know I'm around.
Care you little bitty self. Remember everybody out there that's still out there, the other one person, we thank you for coming in and hanging out, Mr. Ducker. Mr. Ducker loves everybody. And I'm going to get on out of here. Ain't no use putting it off. I've been here an hour and 10 seconds. So God bless everybody. And let me go on. I close everyone. Have me a little prayer. Thank you, dear Lord, letting the people come in and speak with the fat man and while I sniff your great air. But please guard our country and bless the people that came in here tonight. In Jesus' name. And it's always good to hang out with you, Bubs. But I'm going to go get sideways later. Toodly doo, people. Bye.